Hi all. A very good morning. So let's start the session. So let's take the things forward from our last class. So in our last class, I was explaining you about generative AI. Okay. Now, so yesterday, uh, we have been like seeing what is the machine learning. So machine learning is nothing but it is a type of artificial intelligence which allows the machine to extract the knowledge from the data without explicitly programming. Explicitly programming means you don't need to do it each and every time the programming or involved in extracting. It will do it on its own. Okay. And what type of data it will be doing? It will be dealing with a more like a structured data. And this structured data is more like a tabular data like this. Okay. And, like a stock market data, the any disease data or something like that. And I explained you about the deep learning. There will be a neurons will be there, the artificial version of the neurons, which are called as perceptrons. They are connected in a network that's called as artificial neural network. I explained you Frank Rosenberg in 1957 and Jeffrey Hinton in 2006. And deep learning is used to deal with the two types of it has a two subfields. One is computer vision and natural language processing. Computer vision is nothing but it deals with the images. Now, natural language processing it deals with the text data. And I defined it as it's a type of artificial intelligence which considers as a subset of machine learning. Deep learning uses the artificial neural network, which is designed to be designed based on a biological neural network to solve the complicated problem statements like, images and all these things. Okay. Now, then we went on like here, there will be went on to the generative AI. Now, generative AI, I said it as like it is where a model, a high-end model, will be trained with a very large volume of data. And this model will be so in like all the data which is available on the public domain over the internet, this data will be given to it. Now it will train and it will remember this one over in the parameters. And this model will have all the knowledge, whatever this data is being provided. And this will be passed on to an it will build an application over here. Within the application there will be an LLM, and this acts like a brain of this application, and it will start giving you the answers. And there are like it's quite an expensive process now for ChatGPT to release the ChatGPT. They say that it costed them. Now, OpenAI is been in the market from past like 2015. It was flourished, and since when they start building the GPTs and Chat GPT over here, they say that they costed like $4 to $5 billion in total. $1 billion, not million. Okay. And for each training process, it will cost like $5 to $10 million over here, because there is so many things are involved: the technical expertise, data, the high-end model, and training time and the power consumption, everything will be like pretty expensive. It cannot be efforted by a small company. So it should be like a big enterprise level companies can afford it. And that LLM will be put it inside the application and then it will be working. Now, like OpenAI was the first, and immediately the Google was the one which came, and there were so many companies were there. Now, this is actually the big companies were doing. Now, how the small companies take advantage of this LLM? Now, they started, leasing these LLMs. So you can take these LLMs and you can use it in your own application. Now, in order to do that, we will go with an API key, and that API key we are going to go and we are going to build the application. Now, why this directly we can do it? It's not that we can't do it, but it's a bit of complicated coding. So instead of that, if you use the lang chain in the middle, our life will be very easy. Within few lines, you will able to integrate the LLM into your application. Now, this is how it will be going on. Now, now, this is a open source one. You can get it. These all are paid versions. You have to, as I showed you yesterday, how you have to recharge your account with some dollars, and minimum $5, and maximum you can go with 15, 20, $100 based on your usage, and you can use that. And okay. Now, this um, are paid version. They are called as closed source. There is an open source one is there, that is Llama, which is a Meta company, that is a Facebook. They released the Llama with 175 billion parameters incorporated. The latest versions are releasing. They are good enough for us to use for the practice purpose. For building up the applications, they are a bit reluctance. Okay, we can't go with this. We can't rely on this, on the updates. So usually like 70%, 80% of the applications were built either with the Gemini or with the ChatGPT. Now, Gemini is dominating the market as of now. Initially, the ChatGPT was, says GPT, OpenAI GPT was pretty popular. Now, in the recent past, the Gemini overtook it and it went on. Okay, now if you want to define this generative AI, now as I told you, generative AI will not get the data from anywhere or it will not show you. But generative AI, it will generate the content based on the knowledge what it acquired during the training process. And here, it is a type of, again, artificial intelligence, which focus on creating, or I can say it as generating, instead of generating new content, and it is a subset of deep learning and also reinforcement learning. And reinforcement learning. Now, as I told you, reinforcement learning is where you are training the model without like data. The model will be trained with its own experience without providing any data. That is what comes under the category of reinforcement learning. Now, generative AI, see, it learns the patterns and relationships of the data from the very humongous volume of data, and it acquires the knowledge and it will store it in the parameters. So that's why it is called as parametric models. So generative AI models are referred as parametric models. That is, it will store the data in the parameters, whatever the data, whatever the knowledge it acquired. This all will be stored in the parameters. Okay. Now, so it can generate the content. It can generate content like, we can say it as image generation. You can generate the text generation, audio generation, and music generation. Like, you can take it anything, whatever you're asking, you are going to generate it. And every time, whenever you are trying to do it, you're going to get a slightly different content, not exactly same, until unless you save it. Okay. The terminology which are related to, because we are core purpose of this course is generative AI and agentic AI. So for agentic AI, the generative AI is must. Without generative AI, we can't do the agentic AI. Okay, so it's based on the generative AI knowledge, we will move towards the agentic AI. It's must, we should have it. We will use the generative AI and agentic AI combination in agentic AI. Okay, so there are now in generative AI, there are some terminologies are there. First one is LLM. We know it. What is this called as? Large language model. Why it is called as you can call as a large model. Why we call it as large language model? See, any model we know it now, any model which is dealing with the which can understand human language and which can generate the human language, is called as a language model. Usually NLP models are called as language models. Now, this case, what is happening? We are taking that language models, we are giving a very large volume of data. That is a massive data. And because of that, it is called as large language models. Okay. So second is, these LLMs are pre-trained. Now, whatever the LLMs you are going to get it over here, this LLM, they are already trained. As I said, this cannot be done by anyone. It's a pretty expensive process. So everyone can't do it as an individual. No question of that, until unless you are literally a billionaire. And the most of the time, this model is called as a pre-trained model. And now, third terminology is called as prompt. What do you mean by prompt? Means whenever we are asking a question to this LLM, now this is our application, right? Now, this application, we are going to ask a question to this application. Just a minute. You will ask a question, right? Now, let's take it. This is my query. 1 second. This is the query I'm asking, and I'm raising the query. And this is generating the output. Okay. Usually this query, we call it as prompt. Okay, prompt is nothing but it is you can say it as it is an instruction or a query or a question. What you raise with your LLM is called as prompt. Okay, and See, one thing you should accept. This is having a very, like it is trained with a very large volume of data, and it has like massive knowledge within itself. Okay. Now, when you are asking the question, whenever you are raising the query, okay, this query, the prompt, what we call it as, the more and more detailedly when you provide it, the better you will get the answer. Okay. Now, if you are writing a single line, how you do it with the search engine, then you will not find any difference between a search engine and an LLM. So the more and more details you are going to provide it, then the better it is going to perform. Okay, it's not like you can just put on anything. You have to give it more detailed information over here. That is what helps the LLM to get generate. Now, I think if I have anything like this, let me see it. Um, ah, let me see if I have any prompt here. Um, yeah, this is a prompt. Can you see it? This is a prompt. See, I'm passing a message that is system message. You punch up the tweet for the veracity and virality and humor and based on the given feedback. Now, this is like, a prompt. And let me see it if I have any more prompt over here. This is one prompt. This is here is another prompt. The more and more details here I'm giving it, like you are a funny, clever tweeter, and human request is write a short and original, hilarious tweet, and these are the rules you follow. So writing it in a just one single line is a prompt which is very generic. The more and more details you are providing, then you will be getting more precise information over there. Okay. And this is also a prompt. Can you see it? Okay. Now it's like, it depends. Like the more and more details you are going to do it, the better you will get the output. You have to analyze. It's not that you will come with this in an overnight and you will do it instantly. No, it's not like that. Over the time, when you are giving the prompt and when you are learning it, you are not getting the desired output. You are going to add more and more content in the prompt in the form of system message, human message, AI message. Like that, we are going to give it so that our LLM can understand more detail. Now, these skills of writing the prompt, we call it as prompt engineering. They call it as prompt engineering. Now, see, again, this is non-technical, nothing core technicality will not be involved. Just how a LLM can understand you and how you can make your LLM work for you. That is what it will happen. Next one is fine tuning. Fine tuning, I will explain you. There is a RAG. Okay. Now, these are some of the terms. See, okay. Now, what is this? First of all, fine tuning. Now, I'm taking this. Let's take this. See, guys, as I told you in the last class, see, we are going with our, let's say, OpenAI over here. Okay. Now, there will be, I will just copy this so that I can use it once again. Okay. Now, let's see. This is my LLM. This is my LLM. And this LLM, we built an application. Now, as I told you, every LLM is having a cutout knowledge date. That means, suppose if I'm starting my LLM training today, okay, now it will take, now obviously I will get the data till today, that is till yesterday. Let's say today morning I started training my LLM, and till yesterday, that is 23rd Jan, I got all the information, and I'm going to give it to my LLM to get trained. Now this takes 2 months time. Let's take it till April 1st, it is readily available for us. Now we have the data till Jan 23, that is 26, and we are finishing this training process by April, 1st of April. Let's take it. Okay. Now, when we finish, now there is a time gap, right? There is a time gap of 60 to 65 days or 68 days to be more precise. And then we are this period where the LLM was training with this data, there will be a lot of things will be happening, right? So that information is, this LLM is lacking. This LLM is lacking that information. So now, if you are going to ask this LLM, now just remove this one, just forget about this part. Okay, this part we are going to remove it. Now, as we know that this LLM is trained till 23rd January, and when we are using this LLM on 1st of April, it should lack the information between 23rd till 1st of January. Okay, it should lack that information, right? Now, how? But that's the biggest drawback. It is not having recent information. Now, immediately after finishing of this training, now you can't go ahead and train again for this small volume of data. You can't do it like that. You have to do it again for the, again, if you are going to do it, it may take some time. Again, we will lose it. Every second, every minute, every hour, there is new data is generated. Now, you can't go on training your LLM. So what LLM will do is, like, every 6 months to 1 year, they will leave this LLM for next 6 months. And then after 6 months, they will update the LLM with the new version. Okay, that's the reason why I showed you there were so many LLMs were there under the OpenAI. Okay, now, but how your LLM will give the latest answer? Now, yesterday I've shown you ChatGPT. It was saying that its cutoff date is somewhere in, okay, let me do this, in 2025. Now, I'm asking, what is the latest version of LLM you are powered with? And what is the cutoff knowledge, cutoff date? Now, let's see that whether it can get it to me. See, it is saying it is currently powered with 4.1. Okay, and its current, it is knowledge cutout date is 2024 June. That means it is trained with here. Now, yesterday we were seeing around 5.2. That is the, sometimes we will be, because we are using free of cost this one, so they will be powering it with the older versions, 4.1 over here. And so it should not have any information about whatever happened after June 2024, it should not have any knowledge. Yes, it will not have. But you ask it like, now recent like any recent event, like you can take it 1 second. Okay. Now let me take it. Okay. Now recently there was a conference had it, international conference, which is like maybe a Davos conference. That's a peace or environmental related conference. I will ask the question like, what where like conference dates of Davos 2026. I'm just asking it. So let's see it. It can get me. Yeah, here it is. Dates. Davos conference. This happens every year according to best of my knowledge. So in 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Now immediately you should get it doubt that here when it is having a cutout date of 2024, how it is getting us the information, latest information. Now here comes the agent. So what happens? These LLMs are connected with some agents. Now these agents are LLM driven agents. Now what I mean by that is I will give you a small, just give me a minute, I will explain it. Let's say 3 different agents. Now one is I will give it as agent 1. Second one I will give it as agent 2. Then third one we will give it as agent 3. Okay. Now, these agents are connected with some tools. Let's say this is connected with a search engine. And this is connected with some calculator. This is connected with some weather report tool. Like that, there will be like hundreds and thousands of agents will be connected with the different tools. And here, what happens is now this LLM doesn't knows about this Davos conference, right? So what it will do whenever someone is asking a query over here or a prompt where it is out of the knowledge of this LLM. Now, if someone is asking a query over here, so one thing is this is cutout date is like 2024, like just now we have seen it. Now you are asking the question about 2026 event. So what it will do is like, now if I ask you something like who all were involved or where is this DAOs? If you know it, that's okay. Which are the countries participated in this? Just I ask the question. Now, immediately what you will do, you will go to a search engine and you will do the search, right? The same way, this what it will do is like, it doesn't know this answer. It knows that very well its cutoff knowledge is 2024 June. So it will go to the relevant agent and it will trigger that relevant agent. And this will do the search, and that whatever the information is searched is passed on to the agent, and the agent will pass on to the LLM. LLM will give that one as an output. Okay, this is where the agents will come, and this is how the major drawback of lacking the recent information is being overcome over here with the help of agents. Okay, Now, first thing. Second is, now just imagine, okay, this is our, I'm taking a bit smaller. Okay, this is my LLM. And this LLM using, they created some application like chatbot, that is ChatGPT, I'm saying. Okay, you can say it as ChatGPT. Now, this will is serving my problems. Now, it's serving my problems. Now, why the hell we want to get an LLM and build our own application? Why we want this? Until unless there is a specific purpose which cannot be served by this one. You can take this one, or you may say that, okay, this is up to 2024. No, you can upgrade it yourself. You can see this, you can go and you can upgrade. And you can use the latest by paying some dollars. You can upgrade on the monthly basis, and you can get the latest information over here and a better service. Why you have to do this? Why you have to get it, and why you have to use the lang chain? Why you have to get technical professionals and build up your own application? Why the hell we have to do this? So there is two reasons. One is maybe, see, to share the company information to all the people around my, like, just imagine you are working in a enterprise level organization. Let's say it like, let's say IBM or Deloitte. Okay. Now, Deloitte is expanded over like 100 different, or let's take it around 50 countries. Okay. Now, 50 countries, you are having a different employees. Different employees are hired over there who are working on the different projects. Now, just imagine if there are a team in India who are working on Gen AI project. Okay, and this team is very effective, and they have done recently done with, they are about to finish a project which is on Gen AI, maybe in 1 month's time or so. Now, in maybe Kenya, there is a project is about to start on the generative AI. Now, Kenya is not having the people professionals on generative AI. Now, how this information is passed, that the India, there is a team of 10 people who are about to finish their 10 a project in next 10 days or next 1 month or 2 months, and they can be. So most of the time what happens, like if they are in Kenya, they will try to hire the people over there. And here in India, they will be taking care of their requirements. Instead of that, when you share your complete information to your LLM over here, this LLM, and this LLM will be trained with all your private data. Now, not only this is a small example, like there will be an enterprise level organizations like Pizza Hut, McDonald's, and where everywhere the data is generated every second. Okay, now maintaining their own application is a big challenge. So what they can do is they can get their all private data and they can dump it into our LLM. And this LLM, you can share it to all the people, all their different outlets or the companies, wherever it is. Now, these people can have the knowledge of this one as well as they have the knowledge of this private data. Okay, that's something like, I'm giving an example where exactly the people will be building their own applications with the help of LLM. They already get a pre-trained LLM and they will build their own application and they will do it. Clear? This is how it will go on. Clear? Now here, here is a challenge. First challenge is collecting this data from all the resource is a challenge, because there will be data will be generating on the daily basis or monthly basis or a weekly basis or bi-weekly basis or something like that. Okay, now after this we have to train this data to our LLM. Now this process is called as fine tuning. There is something called as fine tune. And to do this, we need a strong technical expertise. We can't afford to have anyone. You should have a very strong expertise, because a little bit mistake, your data will be available to this one, and whoever is using this one, they will access your data. So your private confidential data is exposed. So it is very, very important. And also, this has to be strongly secured with a high security system. We have to do a very, very strong security. We have to provide it over here. Now, this is not a one time. This data will be generated every time. You have to give this data to the LLM, and the LLM, for that you require a constant technical expertise, and you have to make sure that this LLM is secure. It is not connected with this one. Yeah, you may ask me, will that be allowed? Yes, that will be allowed. You can download this one into your own servers, and you can do it with a high security system. If there is a little bit breach in the security, then your data will be completely out. Okay, this is how it will work. This is called as fine tuning. Okay, now this was good enough until the RAG came into the picture. I told you this is quite an expensive process. Not as expensive as this, but it is not so cheap as well. It is quite an expensive process. Okay, so to avoid this, they came up with an alternate solution called as in-context learning. In-context learning. What is this in-context learning is? So what you'll do it is, see, you are asking a question over here as usual. Okay, you are asking a query. This is the query I'm asking. So what we will do it is, based on this, we are going to have it a knowledge base. Knowledge base is nothing but a place where we will store all our data, private data. Now, we are not giving directly to this. We are storing all our data in this knowledge base. I'm putting it as KB. Or directly you can dump it. Just like how you dump it, your data in your database, you can dump it. Now, whenever a person is asking a generic question, then this LLM will answer. Whenever a person is asking some confidential question, then what happens? This query, based on this query, we will do the search on this. Okay, this is. And then whatever the relevant documents are there, that documents are passed on over here. And this information, we are going to combine these documents, and we will give this query together. We will form a prompt. You may say, this is a prompt, right? Yeah, this is an input, right away input. We call it as a prompt. Now, what we are doing, based on this input prompt, what is being generated, raw prompt, we are searching for the relevant documents which can answer this query. Maybe here, maybe I have like 10,000 documents are there inside. Out of them, the documents which can answer this query, like maybe 10 documents are there. That 10 documents will be forwarded. And based on that, this combined together, we will pass it on to our LLM. Now, LLM will learn from this data based on this query. It will learn, and it will generate an output, and it will give you the final output. This concept is called, now this is called as retriever, which will go and retrieve the relevant documents from our knowledge base. And this process, we combining the documents with our query, is called as augmented. And this output, what is generated, we will call it as generation. Sorry, generation. Okay, now retriever, augmented, generation or generator. It is called as RAG. This is an alternate solution for your fine tuning. Okay, now every requirement on the generative AI, this is must. Okay, This is pretty must over here. And here, what exactly you will be doing is it will overcome all the drawbacks of this fine tuning. So first thing is the LLM will never get learned, means it will never remember this data. Instantly, it will use it and then it will forget it. That's it. Okay, it will forget it. Now, the second one is, yeah, second important thing is when we are passing this, this doesn't require a strong technical expertise continuously. Only once we build up this framework, once we fill up this framework, that's it. It will run, it will go on. And to dump the data every day or every minute, every second, you can dump it. As the query comes based on that, we are going to use this data. No need to give this data to the LLM each and every time. And no need to maintain a high-end security to protect this, our knowledge which is there in the LLM. No, it is the same knowledge which is there. So whenever we wanted some query should be answered, that will be passed on instantly and it will be giving out. This is called as RAG. Now I given a very overview. Now, if you want to see how we will discuss the RAG, now here there is um, a class which went on yesterday. Now you can see what is a RAG. Okay, this is how we will go with. What is RAG over here? Retrieval Augmented Generation, and how it is came up, and what are the drawbacks with the LLM? Recent data, private data. Hallucination, that's okay. Recent data I gave you, that is agents we are going to use it. Private data is nothing but we will go with the RAG. The fine tuning is there. Fine tuning has its own drawbacks. That is collection of the private data, expensive process, requires strong technical experience, privacy of the confidential data is at risk. Now, this we are going to type it, we will write it, this notes, and then I will explain it how it will goes on over here. This is a rough diagram, just now whatever I told you, the same diagram I put it on, but actual diagram will be something like this. This is the process of getting the data and putting in the vector database. And that one, we will use it over here. This is a retriever, and this is a process of augmentation, and this is a process of generation. And this is the where we are going to get the data and we will dump it in our vector database. So this is the way we are going to learn it over here. Okay. Now, let's quickly finish it off. What is a major difference between your, okay, let me close down this one. Okay. We will go back to our stuff over here. Now, here, okay. Now, this is how your generative AI works. Okay. Again, for generative AI, one framework is pretty much important. That is LangChain, or the other, there are many frameworks are there. The another competitor for LangChain is Llama Index. Both are free of cost. Both are free of cost. We are going to use that one. Okay. And next, go with the agentic AI. What is the agentic AI? Agentic AI is very much similar to that of your generative AI. But only difference is here, now when I'm talking over here, these agents are under the LLM. They will be working under the LLM. Okay. Now, when this comes up with the agentic AI is more autonomous. They are more autonomous. Okay. Now, this is also called as autonomous AI. Yeah. Now here, the human intervention is drastically reduced. Okay. Now how it works. Okay. Now first let me put it on. It is a class of artificial intelligence systems that are specially designed to exhibit high level autonomy. High level autonomy means it will high level autonomy. Autonomy means which can think and do the things on its own. Okay, which can analyze the scenario, analyze the situation, and it can reason that situation and take the right decision. That is what is considered as an autonomous agent. It will take the decision on its own. Okay, and autonomy and decision making. I can say it as decision making capability and goal oriented. Behavior with minimal human intervention. This is what is called as autonomous AI. Okay, it is a class of artificial intelligence system that is specially designed to do this. Okay, now in this, in a simple way, guys, see, if you are now, this is your LLM. Okay, now usually in this, just now I told you, LLM will control these agents. Okay, now LLM, and here human intervention will be there. A lot of human intervention will be there. But in this case, if this is your LLM, just take it. Okay, let's copy this instead of drawing. I'm taking the same one over here. Okay, this looks good enough. Now I'm putting down over here how the agentic AI works. Now, what exactly happens is, this is my LLM. I'll remove this one. Okay, this is the same LLM over here. Now, this LLM, you ask a query over here. Okay, you're going to raise a query. This is nothing but we call it as our prompt. Okay, we will raise our query Q. Okay, and once based on this query, what it will do is like it is a bit complicated query. Now this will be passed on to an agent over here. Now there will be an agent. We are going to pass it on to an agent. Now this agent is like an orchestrator. What do you mean by this is like it's a supervisor or a manager. Okay. Now under him, there will be multiple agents will be working under him. Like this. Multiple agents will be there. Maybe here, maybe like multiple agents, hundreds of agents will be there based on like agent 1, agent 2, agent 3, agent 4, and agent 5. Let's take it. Now, each agent is having a specific task. That all information is there with this agent. That is an orchestrator. We call it as orchestrator. Now, once the query comes, this agent will split that query, or it will divide that query into multiple subtasks. And that multiple subtasks will be allocated to these sub-agents based on their expertise. Okay, based on their expertise, they will. Now, see this. These agents will, in the previous case, they were having tools. These agents are powered with the LLM again. They are powered with the LLM to perform the task. Again, there will be tools, agents, tools and LLMs are these individual agents or sub-agents are provided with the LLM and the tools with them to perform the subtask. Okay, now this also will be provided with the tools plus LLMs. Or in some cases, these tools, okay, maybe they require multiple tools. Again, they may use the LLM over here, and there may be again an agent will be there, multiple agents. So multi-level agents will be connected. So agentic AI is nothing but it is an agent-oriented artificial intelligence, autonomous agent-oriented artificial intelligence. So where you ask a single task over here, this will divide the entire task into subtasks and it will ask the agents, sub-agents to perform, and these sub-agents will be having their own autonomy and they will also think and do the task as per the requirement. This is the way how your agentic AI works. So for this, we will, okay, this is the way it will be done. Clear? That is what is agentic AI. Now, in this case, what we will do it is, we will build the frameworks. Okay, we will build the frameworks or we call it as workflows. Okay, we will build the workflows and we are going to do it. Now, it will be so smart that if you allocate a role over here, that information, now I'm allocating different agents over here like this as task. Okay, now these agents will have all the information which agent is performing which task. Now I'm giving a bit in detail. So it will be, now this what happens if suppose there is a dependency factor is there. Like there is a dependency factor is there. So suppose this is working on one task. Now, whatever the results it is going to get it, that results, based on that results, this will work. This should start working. So now this information is there. Now this agent will be so much intelligent. It's so intelligent that it will understand what is the dependent factor with this. And once the information is being generated, this agent will communicate with the agent 4 and it will give you the output. And that output, based on that output, it will start working and it will do. Meanwhile, these will work because they may be having some independent task and it will start working on them. But this one is completely dependent on this. Okay, so once this output is generated, this start working, and once this one is finished, this will give out the output to this, and once this one is done, this will give out the output, this will give out the output, this will give out the output, and this will also. This all output is being accumulated and this will be given to an LLM. Now LLM will provide this as a final output. Now, if you take it a simple example, like you are going out, you want to plan a holiday, you want to plan an holiday to nearby, abroad holiday, nearby India. Like, then you just ask, plan an holiday for me, holiday trip within the budget of so and so, and you gave it to this. Now, that information is given to the agent. Now, what the agent will do is, like, whenever it comes, the budget is given. Whenever it comes to an holiday nearby India, that is out of India, there are so many things comes into the picture. First, how far he want to go with from India. Maybe I will say it around 3,000 kilometers from India, not more than that. So then it will search, one agent will search for the Second agent, start looking for the flights. What are the flights are there? Maybe within the budgets, cheap budget. Third one, maybe it will search for the security level in that different destinations. Okay, what are the different destinations are there? And fourth, like this, each agent. Now, suppose if this finished the task, like it came up with some Bali, Indonesia, or maybe Malaysia, or Dubai, or Bangkok, or these are some of the abroad destinations where you want to spend the holiday. Now, once this is confirmed, okay, once this is confirmed, now this information will be passed on to the rest of the agents along with our orchestrator. Now this starts working. Now this one is calculating the flight. So this will go and get the flight charges for those destinations. This and go and collect the hotel charges in that destination, all these destinations, and it will go and do the charge collection of rest of like what are the visiting stuff and all these things, holiday destination, and it will plan the entire program. Okay, now this is the way, and now this level of autonomy you will not find in our generative AI. That's why, again, without generative AI, we can't do this. We can't do it because the agents and all these things we will be developing based on this. Only thing is that almost the coding will be same, guys, pretty much same. Only thing is that here we will be directly going and writing. We will go with a workflow so that we can do the iterations like conditions, and we can go with human intervention. We can involve the human intervention over here time to time, so that the agent should not have the full-fledged autonomy, which will be a problem for us. So that's what where the human in the loop will be coming into the picture. So this all will be a part of your agentic AI. Okay, now this is, I gave a very brief information about the agentic AI. Agentic AI is really very powerful, but if you want to learn the agentic AI, if you want to means this is must. Now, if some people are saying that we are going to train you directly on the agentic AI, but internally they will give you an idea how this works. Okay, how this generative AI works. So for learning the generative AI effectively, you can directly jump into generative AI. But if you want to know what is this training process, how this training goes on, how the model is done. Now, we are not going to involve over here. These all are pre-trained models. So if you want to see that, you have to go through the deep learning. And then only you will understand embeddings, like, what are the pre-processing steps will be done over there, and what is the word embedding, glove, and what are the different steps, stemmings, and all those things, how you can perform the NLP level task, how it will work. Then when it comes to this one, you will understand, your foundation will be very strong. You can understand it very detailed. Yeah, again, you say that no, I'm least bothered about that one. I want to jump into generative AI. You can jump, because a lot of places you will be having that problem over there. What is this? Why this is done? You will not get that clarity over there when you directly jump into the generative AI. Okay, now let's go ahead and write a simple code where I can get an built-in LLM, and I can use it over here in my program. So first I'm taking my okay, I will. Now, one thing I want to show you guys, how the notes will be given. Someone was messaged me yesterday. He was asking me to show the notes, how we will provide you the notes. See, videos, I don't have the access. Okay. Videos, I don't have the access. And coming down to the like for example, like you want to know how the videos and everything, you can coordinate with the admin people. Coming down to the notes will be given in this way. Like you can take it over here, and or let's take it over here. You can see it how the notes will be given to you on the January month. Okay, and when you look into this, you will have the whatever it is. This is a coding. What we have done it. Here it is coding and the notes, everything will be provided. So if you want to see the notes over here, let me show you. Here, this is a code. This is the notes. Okay. Now let's get into a coding. Like coding will be very easy. Okay. When you come to the generative AI, it's damn easy. And again, the deep learning is an foundation for your generative AI. Without, you don't want the if you are understanding 50% of the deep learning, that is enough to perform your generative AI. Directly, if you want to jump it, you can jump. I don't say that it is not possible. But as I told you, when you are an IT professional, there will be a lot of things will be bugging you inside. Why this, what this, and how. So if you want to go with in detail, to see, it will take hardly 1 month extra. You complete the deep learning and then you jump into the generative AI. Again, I'm saying it's not that you take with me only. Purely, it depends on you. Wherever you want to go, you can go and you can take it. But wherever you take it, take this information or do it in this way. We know that there is a proper process is there of learning. When you go with a step-by-step process, everything will be pretty easy. The only problem is when we jump into the middle and we want to get everything, means you will be having a lot of questions you are left out with. So once I strongly recommend not entire deep learning, at least you do it NLP, and from NLP you will enter into the generative AI. That would be better. Okay, always it is better because there is a transformers concept which is very, very important for us to the generative AI. Again, I'm saying it's not that I'm forcing you to come down to me. So I'm just giving the best of the best of the information, what I have it and what I feel that is the best you have to do it with. Okay.
When is that class scheduled? Do
Yes.
you organize that as well?
Uh, Show it, right? Just
Yes,
wait.
yes.
I will give you time to give you raise the queries. Okay. Now, one more thing I want to let you know, guys. See, my duration is 100 to 120 classes. Now, I'm not going to go change it. See, you should understand one thing. I'm tied up with the DURGASOFT and I'm doing this. So I will never go fast, nor maybe it may take a bit more classes, but no concepts will be skipped off. That's for sure. And if some people feel like I experience, some people come down and say that I have an interview in next 1 month or I have a project in next 1 month, you complete it everything in next 1 month. No, definitely I will not do that because I will never go against that. I have my own ethics. I will do it. If I do it faster, I may get another batch, more money, but there is something called as ethics. I am stick to the ethics first. You can see that minimum 4 months, I will take it to complete it. Second is if you are enrolled with a project, okay, and you want some help from me in understanding the project, then you can call me, you can raise your point. I will definitely try to help you out in all the possible ways. But not doing the coding, but explaining you the things, what is the problem statement over there, how you can handle the things. Not only now, After the class has been finished, after 1 year or so, still you want to be in touch with me and you want to ask me some queries, I really very happy to help you. But only thing is that, don't expect me to give a technical support and all those things. It is not possible. And at any given point of time, and one more thing, until and unless your batch is been now, whoever get enrolled, I will not get a single pie. Okay, so it is purely mutual understanding. We will be doing it. Okay, now some people will pay the amount and they want to dominate on me, means that is, I will not do that. If you want, there are so many other trainers are there who are more worried about the money, but I'm not the guy. I'm stick to this. And how many people are trusting me, I will give my level best to make them understand, and I will try my level best to, and I will try to maintain that relationship till the as long as possible. Okay, this is what it is. Now let's get into our coding part. Um, Now here I'm going to create an OpenAI. This is very, very simple, guys. You can see it. Very simple code, and then we will jump on that and we will move further. I'm just giving it. I'm always saying that I can get an LLM and build my application, get an LLM, build my application. Now you can see this, how easy it is. Now, yesterday, a gentleman called me and said that, is this so easy to do it, or it is very difficult? You can gaze it over here, how it is. Now I'm taking it in the demo over here, and I'm taking, this is an IDE, which is called, where we write the code, we call it as IDE, or and this, I'll say it, demo. Yeah. Now, see, there are some libraries will be there. See, we are going to use the Python. Now, Python, why are we using? It will ease the things. It will ease the things, like, it will take all the complexity of the coding and it will be very, very simple for us. So first is like, I have it import OS. Okay, now OS is nothing but operation level operations, the operator, like operating system level operations, whatever you want to do, we will go with OS. Now there is OS dot environ. There is something called as environ. Now in this, sorry, I'm saying OpenAI API key. Okay, OpenAI API. Just give me a second. Now, here, now what I'm doing is, sorry. Okay, here, what we are doing is, I'm giving it, I'm connecting with my API key over here. API key. Now, I will create my API key over here. I'm going to, now let me take it another one. Now, this we are already connected, as I showed you yesterday. You can make your account with the OpenAI with the help of your Gmail account. I'm going to get here and create here. I'm creating one. I'm giving it as demo API key. 1 second, guys. Okay, guys. So I'm getting this key. Okay, yesterday I showed you how we can create the key. Again, once again, I'm showing you. You have to have an account, and you go to this get started, create API key, and you will be having one API key over here. Now I already created just now. If I'm not copied that key, then this is gone. I can't use it. So I have to close it and I have to create one more API key. Now, second thing is, as I told you yesterday, you should have the balance in your account over here. You can see add credits to keep building. Now you can click on this. You should have like at least some cents over here, but you have to recharge minimum is $5. And again, the taxes will be added to that. It may go to 5 dollars 80 cents or something. I recharge long back, maybe around $20, and then now it has been $14 are left out. Now I think that the way I use it, at least minimum 6 to 8 months I will get it. If you are an individual user and you are using occasionally for your own projects, $5 can easily survive 5 to 6 months. 6 to 8 months easily it will survive. Okay, and if you use it for your own purpose, okay, not sharing I'm talking about. Okay, now this is there for me. Now I got that key. Here. This is the, I put on the key. That's it. Now, once I do this, now this part is done. Let me show you. This connecting, you can use any of this connecting with the OpenAI to my system is been done. Now, I didn't choose the LLM yet. Okay, I didn't choose the LLM. The connection is established with the API. Now, as I told you, if you want to go and get an LLM, okay, get this LLM, we use a framework called as LangChain. Now, again, see, LangChain is a framework which helps us to connect the LLM with connect it with the LLM, integrate our application or get the LLM into our application. Okay, this is what the purpose of your LangChain. Now, without that, I want to go means go. You can do it. If you are an expert with the Python, you can go and get it and you can do it. Now, here there is no LangChain is involved. There is no LangChain. This all is a Python code. I'm getting it. Now, from here, I will use the LangChain so that it is easy for me. Otherwise, you can directly go and use the code, how you want to make it. It's up to you. Okay. Now, it's like, it's ready-made thing. No need to put on the efforts. Okay. And you can use that one whenever you want it. Okay. Now, next one is, I will say import LangChain. Okay. Now, LangChain has to be installed first, and then you will get it. I'm importing the LangChain. Now, as I told you, LangChain is a framework which helps us to integrate with our LLM. Now, it depends on what type of LLM it is. What do you mean by that is, this LLM is from the OpenAI LLM, or it is a Gemini LLM, or it is an Llama, whatever it is. Okay, so if it is an open AI LLM, then LangChain has its a class or built on this, which we can use it now like this. From LangChain underscore, there is something called as open AI underscore OpenAI. This will help us to integrate the LLM, OpenAI LLMs through LangChain into our system. Okay, this will help us to do it like this. Okay, so here it is, import chat OpenAI. Now, actually, these LLMs will be of two types. Okay, one are these LLMs. Okay, one will be like normal LLMs, basic LLMs. One is chat LLMs. What's the difference between normal LLM and chat LLM means? Normal LLM, you can use it and finish it off then and there itself. It will not have any memory. But chat LLM will have the memory, whatever the conversation, what we had it, that will be stored in a special memory where we can recall that one whenever we want it. And so, like, for example, here you are having a conversation. You said that, oh, arrange me a trip abroad. My name is Arjun. You can you can plan a trip for a 5-member family for a 1 week. And I say that, okay, plan it from the Hyderabad or Vizag, something like that. I will say. Now, if this LLM is having memory, it will remember this 5 members and a trip of 7 days, and from Vizag, it will remember. If it is a normal basic LLM, it will not remember that conversation. It will give me the answer, but later on, if I'm asking some extra query, then it will not remember all the things. That's a problem. So that's why we are going with that chat open AI over here. Now, this is okay. Now we got it. Now here, what we are going to do it is, I'm going to get this alert. Now I connected, I established the connection. I didn't choose the LLM yet. Okay, now if you go to this one, sorry for that, this one, here you can see there are a lot of LLMs are there inside. So guys, this is a code. Okay, JavaScript code over here. Can you see it? If you want to connect it, how you want to do it with the JavaScript, this will have all the information if you want to do it. If you don't want to go with any of the frameworks, you can have all these things. Okay, now these are all LLMs. Now, latest one is 5.2. Okay, now let's see this. I'll click on this 5.2. That is, now here is a billing. Okay, $1.5 to $14. So here you can see it. The input. Now, this is for every million tokens, not every time we use it, every million tokens. Tokens, in a sense, the words you can take it. So when I finish it off 1 million words as an input, then they will charge me $1.75. And if I'm finished 1 million as an output, then they will charge me $14. Okay, that means they will not wait for 1 million tokens to be. They will take the small portion, like cents of information. Cents will be deducted over here like this. Okay, so this is about this. Now, if you want to go with another one like mini, it is a bit less. Can you see it? 0.25 to 2. Okay, and there are other ones also, like you can go with 4, 4.1, 4.2, all these are the different LLMs you have it. Just go through it and you will have it. You can spend some time on this. Okay. Now let's take it. I'm taking a basic one over here. This 4.1, let's do it. It is $2 and $8. Anything you can go with, it's up to you, whichever one you want to go with. It's like this. Okay, it depends upon this. Let's go with GPT 5.2, and I'm giving it over here. I selected. Now, how to get that one? So I'm doing it chat open AI. This one, whatever I imported. And inside this, I have it a model attribute and give the LLM name. Within the quotes, you give the LLM name. This LLM name is 5.2, right? This is a 5. This is a new one, 5.2. You can go with it, or you want to go with GPT 5 hyphen mini over here. Let me try it out. That mini one, I never tried it out. GPT hyphen 5 point, sorry, 5.2 hyphen mini. Let's see it. If there is, okay, you can go with this way. And let me try it out with both the names. Let's see if it works for us. Or let's go with 5.2. It's 5 to take. We can go with GPT 5. Now here we are getting, now we have done with this entire process like this. We have got done it. Now you are going to get it. Now you will give a name to this LLM over here. See this, I'm giving a name. Let's give it as LLM model. You can give any name. I'm giving it LLM model over here. That's it. Finished. Your LLM is ready. Now you take it LLM model dot, okay, I will say invoke. Invoke means, like, for example, I will say it here. Let's take our now here. Now I'm going with the ChatGPT. I'm asking, what is capital of India? What is capital of India? Now you can see this. You will get an output. Capital of India is New Delhi. Now this all information, right? It is getting me. This is the prompt template. I told you that when you give the prompt, you are going to internally that will convert to the prompt template, and this all information it is going to get. Otherwise, you will get this one. We don't have any prompt template. I will get this one. This. See, I'm doing it. I'm putting down the same question over here. So whenever you are giving this is a UI. You know that when I'm giving it, this will get into the LLM and LLM searching, and it is getting the output. The same thing I can get it over here. I'm putting my query over here. What is capital of India? Now, whatever the results comes, I'm going to put it in the response. Okay, now print response. Now here you should understand our output is not refined like this. This is not refined like this. So what will happen is this output will be getting in the two parts. One is the content. Second one is what do you call it as metadata. Metadata is all the data about the content what we got it. Okay, whatever the information, you can see it over here. See, I got this. See, this is the content. The capital of India is New Delhi. Now, this additional keyword arguments is there. This is all is metadata, extra information. Now, this is about for the system generated. For any further use, you can do it. But the user requires only this. Now, here, just imagine when I'm raising this query and all this information is given over here, I will get frustrated. I want only this information, right? So in that way, I can refine this output as print result.content over here, like this. You can see it. Now I got the output. Now, this is the way you will. Now, you ask any question, whatever you wanted. Now, you can take it like this. I'm taking the same. Okay. Now, what I'll do it is instead of putting the query every time over here, I will ask the user to enter the query. Now, again, this all is the Python code, guys. I'm just asking the user to give the input, enter your query. Okay. Now, user will enter the query. That query, I will pass it on over here. That query will be stored in a variable called as query. Now try to understand this one new. This will ask the user to enter the query. That query, I will give it to my LLM. LLM will find the response. And here you can see it, content. I will use it. Now see, it is asking me the query. Enter the query. What is the capital of Russia? Now you can see it. It is running. It's the capital of Russia is Moscow. Now you can ask anything. I'll run it once again. Explain about artificial intelligence and its concepts within 10 lines. Now you can see it. It is taking some time. See, it is taking some time and it is generating it. See, 10 points, it is got it. Artificial intelligence, it focus on the ability and machine learning, deep learning, natural language, computer vision, reinforcement learning, all these things you got it. Now, the same thing you can give it to your LLM also, that you will get the pretty much. But only difference is here I'm getting the data directly output, and you can give it. I mean, it says like you can give it this one to a UI to present it in a much better way. Now, sorry for that. Each word is considered as a token. Now, once each token is being calculated, and it will be deducting the money from my account, that is $14.10 is that amount will be deducting based on my usage. Okay, this is how it will work. Okay, there are a lot of queries are there over here. Let me answer them one after the other. So there is, let me go it in a hierarchical way. Screen is not visible or something like this. Okay. So in RAG, we have an overhead of creating a system like data lake and data store to put all our data. See, Rahul, see, I don't know. See, it is not a normal database. It is a vector database. We are going to use it. Okay, you can you can create a data store, and you can connect that data store to our vector database by converting the data into embeddings, because the data will be in the form of embedding. Embedding means here you should understand one thing. Whenever I'm giving it my data to the model, this model will not understand categorical data directly. No. Means if you're giving a string data, it will not understand. You have to convert that one into numerical format, and then my model will understand that. Okay, so the vector database which I'm talking about over here, this will hold the numerical form of the data. Now, if you want to keep it a vector store or data store over here, connect the data store to the vector database, and then you have to convert explicitly in the form of embeddings. That you have to do it. It's pretty much important.
Sir,
Okay.
uh,
Now,
can
next
I answer
one
this?
is, yeah.
I
Yes.
Yeah, so I was asking, sir, so this vector database, I mean, is this a normal database or it is like uh, something different, like a like data lake or something? kind of that?
No, it is the same like our normal database. But the only difference is now if you take any RDBMS, there the data will be stored in the form of text and you can get the information, right? Here in this, we are going to store the data in the form of vectors. Each and every word or each and every sentence we will convert into vector, which we call that as embeddings.
Okay. And
Okay.
because this LLM can understand that way of instructions, that's why we are doing it.
Yeah, because that is a way that will understand only non-numerical data. Sorry, non-categorical data only it will understand. That is numerical data only. Our model will understand, not LLM. All the models in AI, they will understand only numerical data. They will not understand the categorical data directly.
Okay. Okay. And sir, one more doubt I had was you showed us some few prompts, sir. So how a prompt is different from normal way we interact with ChatGPT? I mean, I just give one instruction, tell me the capital of India. This is one instruction. And is this also called a prompt, or it is prompt will be something different from this?
No. Every instruction, what you are going to give it to an LLM I'm talking about, is called as a prompt.
Okay. But you showed us, sir, some kind of JSON or something. I mean, it was in a certain format that you were showing us.
Yeah, that is an advanced prompts.
Okay. Okay.
So that is where your skills comes down, how to write the prompt. I told you, you are having a very powerful tool. It's up to you how you want to utilize that.
I mean, I can
Okay,
directly ask it in a raw manner also, right?
yeah, you can ask. I was giving it raw manner, but if you give it more detail, like you want to generate a code, or you want to build an application, or you want to build an entire document, research document, then you can give it more details. It will get you more detailed information.
Okay, there is no prescribed formatting like that for this.
There is no particular format. If you want to get it more detailed information, there comes your prompting skills, which calls as prompt engineering.
Got it. Got it. Thank you, sir.
Okay. As a part of this course, I will give you the like basic information how the prompt engineering works, because I require that. We are going to go forward and use the prompts over here, prompt templates. See, as I told you in the RAG over here, I'm creating a prompt, I'm integrating the data from here and the query. Now, this has to be integrated. Now, this query can be anything and these documents can be anything, right? So I will create a placeholders or variables where they will be storing this. That again, I will create a prompt over here, right? So again, that comes over there, your skills of writing the prompt. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Now, okay. Chintala, I'm an Angular developer. It is possible to integrate RAG model into our Angular website. Yes, it is. See, RAG model, RAG model is an AI model. You can take the AI model and you can integrate into your application. So it will work. Then it will shows the intelligence, like your system will show that intelligence what is required. One more question, which is Aman. Do we need to refer some books as baseline, or no need of any books required? But if you want, I will suggest couple of them if you want, but that doesn't require. You will be lost completely. But still you want it, and then once we get into our main course, I will explain you about that. Sir, you will teach how to create our own LLMs. See, creating our own LLMs, who is that Chintala? Dheeraj. Uh, Creating our own LLM is next to impossible, Dheeraj, because that is a very expensive process. Yeah, I showed you how we can create our own application using the existing LLMs. We can do that. Okay. Raghav, how this course helps to build and deploy agents in the cloud platform. See, this I will explain you, because this we are going with the strict deadlines. Like 100 classes is, again I'm saying 100 classes is not enough. At least it will take 120 classes me to complete. And this doesn't include the ML and the deploying and all these things. But I will, once the course is being done, I will call you people to show you how this deployment goes along with the ML both. ML also, I will give you an overview, at least like 5 to 10 classes. And in the deployment also, I will explain you how we can deploy it on the Azure and AWS, how we can create the model. Okay. Um, see, Sahil. Sahil, like, if you are giving anything, like on the other day, someone asked me, now LLM will, whatever we are asking, will LLM remember that? No, it will not remember. Until unless you will go through a specific process and you are asking, you are putting the data into LLM, then only it will remember that data. Otherwise, it's like your buffer memory. As long as the application is running or your browser is there, that memory will still exist. Once you close that application, then that is gone. So once you are using this LLM, your LLM will use that in context data and it will run it. Okay, but once the in context, like once you are closing that LLM and you are giving a new prompt, it will not remember that. This is not a permanent storage. It is a temporarily, it will use it. And if you want to put all the information into LLM, then you have to go with the fine tuning process. And it's a complicated process. We have to go through it and we have to put the data into LLM, and then LLM will remember permanently. So it will not remember.
But sir, like if we are using the chat like the chat LLM that you just explained, so that also won't remember anything?
Until unless you are in the chat, it will remember. Once you are out of the chat, then it's gone case.
Okay. All right.
Not remember.
All right.
Unless you are continuing with the chat for next 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, it will remember everything, whatever the conversation is. And once it is done, it is gone. Now, you may ask me a question like maybe today I have 1 hour chat. Now, because I got an emergency, I broke the chat and went on. Now, once you come down, again, you have to start from the beginning. Means, yes, you have to start. But okay, that is a drawback. So you can do it one thing. Your model, there is a concept called as persistency, where whatever the recent chat is happened, you can store it in the local memory or temporarily in the buffer area, not in the LLM. Not in the LLM. We can store it in some memory, a temporary memory. Now, once you are back, once you chat it, that this will take that persistent says the memory wherever it is stored, and it will continue it. I will show you that one, the persistent.
The reason I ask this, because like the way we interact with ChatGPT these days, I like once I explained like what kind of work I do, I was giving some prompts, so he still remembers like in when I ask him some other prompts, he still remembers what kind of programming I do in my work, and he at times refers to those things. That's why I was thinking like once.
There is a concept called as persistency, where this information will be stored in your. Now, if you think that you will go to the another system, you open up your chat GPT over there and you say, I'm a Sahil, we had the discussion, can you remember me? You see what it will say. Do you think that it will give you the same answer?
I don't think so.
Why? Because it is stored in, I told you the concept of persistency. It will store in your system. There will be a temporary memory will be there.
Okay.
It will it. Now, whenever you are entering, it will be in an assumption that I'm talking to the Sahil. Or maybe if I enter, then it will be in an assumption that I'm talking to a Sahil only. So it will give you the answer. So there is a concept called as persistency. There you can do it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Sir, I'm not from the coding background. Please do support learning the Python program. Sure, Aman. I do remember, like you are from the security background, I think so, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, I will definitely help you out with that, as I told you. See, Sahil, if you are giving an input and getting an output, each input token it will cost, and each output token it will cost. Now, from where internally you are doing, it's least bothered. Each input token and each output token it will cost you. Okay, Saif. Okay, and this class I'm going to learn RAG, tokenization, embedding vector, database, prompt engineering, create our. Yes, everything, Saif, all these things you will be learning it. Without that, we can't proceed it. Vector database is pretty mandatory for the RAG. RAG is pretty mandatory for the generative AI, and generative AI is mandatory for your agentic AI. So I can't skip anything. I have to do it. Again, can we download a model and use it and keep it in our internal environment or API connection? Yes, you can do it. You can do it, Sahil, but you have to take the proper permissions from the company which is owning it, and then you can keep it. But again, if you want to do it, the fine tuning and give you a private data, then you have to maintain a strong security over here. Okay.
So one more thing on this one, like if I am downloading the model and keep it in my internal environment, then I guess it's safe there, providing if I provide my internal data as well, and it would not even cost.
See, you can take it and you can give it. It depends what level of security you are doing it. Because you can't cut off completely from the parent company, right? You're downloading it and you have to give it a high-end security over there. If a little bit breach in that, your data is gone.
Okay, and if I am downloading it on my local, still would it cost me something?
For what?
Like, because I have downloaded a model and it's trained already.
Your own model now.
Yeah.
You can do it whatever you wanted. Then there is no point in giving the money.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thanks.
Yes. What's his name? Meghraj. After this course, we able to work as an AI engineer. Yes, not only AI engineer, there are multiple roles. You are well qualified. You can go with the deep learning engineer or computer vision CNN expert or NLP engineer or a NLP professional, generative AI expertise, and agentic AI. All these things you are eligible for, multiple roles. And you will be really hands-on with your whatever we are going to do it, you will be having an hands-on stuff. Okay. Now, Chintala sir, you will explain how to create our own models in the course. Yeah, I will create the models in Dheeraj. This is for the Dheeraj. I will create our own models in the ML. I will create our own models in the DL. I will show you how we will give the data, how it will train everything. But when it comes to the LLM, it is not possible for me to create an LLM. LLM is a very, very huge model. It's not me, anyone, we can't do it. We have to only get it and use it. That's it. We can do it. Okay. Now, there is what role we can work after the course. I gave it. Any roles? See, role is nowadays every company keeping its own role. So any job based on CNN, you are well eligible. Any job on NLP, you are well eligible. And any job on deep learning, you are well eligible. On generative AI, it can be with the agents, it can be with the RAG or with the agentic AI, you all are well eligible for all these roles. Okay, almost all the AI related jobs you are eligible for, except then ML jobs. Okay, ML, as I told you, I will show you coding wise. You can write the code, I can guarantee you that. But when it comes to the concept wise, you have to prepare yourself. As I told you, I will call you and I will do it. But this all is there. What roles we can. I'm from a DevOps architecture, Excel, my career to the enterprise, AI enterprise or platform architecture. See, I don't know, not much about the DevOps, but if you are well expertise with the DevOps and you are an expertise with our course, you have done with the course, there are a couple of roles are there, like AI ops or ML ops or like Gen AI ops. There are some roles which are integrates the development as well as operations. If you are well experienced with the operation tools, then you can integrate them and you can use it along with this. There are some rules are there. Um, so you mentioned LLM update itself on some timeline basis, but take an example of OpenAI, how it learn everything from the internet. Does it store all the learned content in some place? Yes, it will store it. Actually, who is this? Aman. It will store it in the parameters. There are, if you remember, any LLM, they will say that they are having 175 billion parameters or 500 billion parameters or 1 trillion parameters. These parameters are trainable variables, you can say it as. They store whatever the learnings they are done, they will be storing in the parameters. Raju, I'm a real-time companies. Will you use existing LLMs like OpenAI Gemini, or will they create their own? Raju, if your company is like IBM or Deloitte, then they will build up their own application. They will have their own LLMs. No, you are working with the small companies like I'm saying they are not small companies, like any of the mid-level companies. So they will use these LLMs, the existing LLMs, and they will give their data to the model by using the RAG mechanism. They will give their data and they will use it. So it depends upon how big your company is. Based on that, they will start using it. Okay. Again, Sumit asked me, Sumit, I don't have any evening batch. Evening batches are running. Maybe it will take a couple of months for me to complete my evening batches and I can start a new batch. And my contact number, as I gave it over here, you can see it. Here is my contact number. Here you can see it. This is my contact number. And Chintala, integrating of the RAG model into our Angular, yes. It's for free. No, it's not free now. Integrating is fine, but every time you are going to use it, LLM will be covered, right? So LLM, you have to pay the charges over there until unless you have an OpenAI LLM. I'm talking about Chintala Dheeraj. If you are using an OpenAI LLM, then that it will be a free of cost for you. But if you are going with the already like closed source LLMs like OpenAI, Gemini, you will be charged. Now, as I told you, LLM, I don't know why your question, you are asking this question again and again, like whether I will create my own LLM. See, creating the LLM is not mine. Not only I can show you how I create a model and how I will train the data to the model, everything with the deep learning. The same mechanism you can go with the larger picture. That is what your LLM is. First of all, getting the internet, public domain internet over the which is available means it is a task, and getting a very high-end system with, let's imagine, 1024 RAM, then it is, I don't think so I can afford it so much. And this all process will take like 60 to 90 days. This is something which is out of my reach. Now, is there any batch in 6 a.m.? No, Amit, Ankur, sorry, Ankur Sharma. Sorry, I don't have any batch at 6 a.m. Is it possible? That is what, Vijay, that is what I'm saying it. When you are talking about the small LLM, that is nothing but your deep learning model. I'll create a deep learning model and I will show you. That you make it in a bigger picture, then it will become an LLM. That's it. So LLM means the name itself suggests large language model. It is not a small language model. You are asking a small language model, I will create it. I'll create and I will show you in the NLP. We will use the RNN and LSTM and I will create it and I will show everything. One thing I want to let you know, guys. First, I said it, I'm passionate towards this training. It's not that I'm doing it for something. This is, I'm passionate toward this. Yes, it is a 5 days week. It's a 5 days week, Vijay. And second is nothing, whatever I mentioned, everything will be covered. If my people are, admin people are blocking me to stop it, still I will take a private classes or I will generate a link and I will complete the things. That's for sure. Okay, so you can be safe side and everything will be really handy. It's not that we are going to get a code from somewhere and put it on. Everything will be really handy and you will be comfortable. And each and every concept, we are going to do the projects. Okay, and you have seen how I will explain. It's up to you. If you take the course from next class, that is from Monday, I think so. We will be Monday or Tuesday, I'm not sure. You will get an information like the link will be changed and we will be starting the classes. Yeah, that's right. But if you are talking about the bigger company, that's what I told you. If you are a smaller company, they will use the existing LLMs. If there is a bigger companies like IBM, it's not a big deal to spend $6 million to do that. Deloitte is the another big company, or Amazon is another big company. Do you think that they are going to use the existing LLMs of OpenAI? No, they have their own LLMs. They will have their own LLMs and they will be doing it. Okay. Now I gave it that one itself. If it is a bigger company or Google or these companies will generate their own LLMs and they will use it. No, they want to go with the smaller companies, they will go with the existing LLMs. Okay. Chalo guys, I will stop it over here. I hope I answered all the questions. This is the end of our complete demo, 4 days demo session. If you have any queries, you can directly ping me up. Again, I'm saying if you are taking this class or if you are not taking this class, that's all is secondary. But you can keep up this contact number. You can ping me up, and I will try to rectify by calling you or at my leisure time. Okay. Thank you very much, guys. Thanks a lot. Yeah, hallucination, you can be addressed. We will talk about that. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. I'm ending up the session. Thanks.